Sourdough mini loaves and bread bowls, let's go. These are so easy. You are literally following my 8-hour sourdough recipe up into the point of shaping. It normally makes 2 loaves, but today, since I'm showing you guys how to make mini loaves and bread bowls, we're gonna divide the dough directly in half like it would normally be 2 loaves, and then I'm gonna show you how I do it. Look at these bubbles. Okay, so first you're gonna start off by cutting the dough directly in half. Let's start with our bread bowls. Take 1/2 of the dough, and you're gonna cut this one right in half because it's gonna make 2 perfectly sized bread bowls. So if you're following my 8-hour sourdough recipe and you only wanted to make bread bowls, this recipe would make 4 bread bowls. So once you cut it in half, you're just gonna shape like normal. Spread it out a little bit. You're just gonna fold over one side, fold over the other, and then you're gonna roll her up. It's that easy. Then you're gonna shape into that nice round ball. And then guys, look what I got. I have the cutest little mini 5-inch bannetons. I got them off Amazon. They're also linked in my bio. So just for comparison purposes, this is a 9-inch banneton, normal standard size banneton, 5-inch banneton. As you can see, this loaf would get completely lost in here and start to spread out. So these are the perfect size to hold your dough shape. And now for our individual loaves. Okay, so if you're just making individual size or mini loaves, my 8-hour sourdough recipe will make 6 mini loaves. Since this is half of the dough, we're gonna divide it into 3 mini loaves. Just kind of wanna eyeball. Okay, that looks pretty even to me. So again, there's nothing special about how you shape these. You would shape them just like you would shape a normal bowl. I only do 1 shape on the mini loaves and the bread bowl size loaves because it doesn't need that second shape. But if you feel like your dough needs a second shape, there's no problem in doing that. And last but not least, upside down into the banneton. How cute is this? I'm gonna cover these up and then they're gonna cold proof in the fridge for 2 hours, and then we're gonna take them out, score them, and bake them. Okay, I am back. So depending on the size of your Dutch oven, that will determine how many loaves you can fit in the Dutch oven and bake at the same time. Unless you have a 7-quart Dutch oven or larger, you're most likely only gonna be able to bake 2 at a time. So I'm actually gonna bake all 5 of mine at the same time in my bread oven, but I am gonna show you how you would do it in a Dutch oven. So if you don't already have these parchment sheets, they are absolutely amazing. I have them linked on Amazon in my bio. If you are baking often, these will make life so much easier for you. They're pre-cut, they will not stick to the bottom of your bread. They are such good quality that I even reuse them 2 to 3 times. So I took one of those sheets and cut it in half. So whatever parchment paper you have, just cut it to size. We'll start with the mini loaves. You just wanna plop it onto your parchment sheet. So we'll do a cute little wheat stalk. And then you wanna do your expansion score. You just stick them into your Dutch oven just like this, side by side. You wanna make sure that the actual dough is not touching, so keep your parchment paper up on both sides. And they will bake in the Dutch oven side by side just like that. So for the mini loaves, they're gonna bake at 500 for 25 minutes with the lid on, and then drop your oven down to 425, take the lid off, and bake them for an additional 10 minutes. Now for the bread bowl size, you're gonna bake them at 500 for 30 minutes with the lid on, and then you're gonna drop the temp down to 425, and take the lid off and bake them for an additional 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go bake these in my bread oven. I'll be back.
Look at these gorgeous loaves.
Okay, so I am back. These loaves have cooled. Look at how cute this little mini loaf is. You'd be able to see the design, the wheat stalk, a lot better if you flour the top of your dough before scoring, but you can kind of see it right there. And then look at this gorgeous ear. It's like the perfect little mini loaf of bread. These little mini individual loaves are great to gift during the holidays. Also, if you run a bakery out of your home, these are perfect to do with inclusions so that people can sample other flavors of your bread. One thing to note on the bread bowls is when you go to score, there's no need to do a fancy design on the top because you're gonna be cutting out the top anyway. What I do for my bread bowls is I just score it with a little X. Cute little mini loaves and bread bowls. This is seriously the easiest way to do it, guys. Let me know in the comments if you plan on making them.